Summaries of the poems I Sit and Look Out by Walt Whitman, About My Poetry by Nazim Hikmet, Magic of Love by Helen Farries. In I Sit and Look Out, Walt Whitman reflects on the many sad and unfair things happening in the world. He sees young men feeling sorry for things they have done wrong. He watches as mothers are mistreated by their kids and left to suffer alone. He also sees husbands treating their wives badly and deceivers taking advantage of young women. Whitman does not shy away from the tough stuff. He sees people feeling jealous and love going unreturned, even when they try to hide it. He also sees the terrible things that happen in wars, diseases spreading, and powerful people being cruel to others. He even sees sailors having to decide who among them will die to save the rest when they run out of food at sea. And he notices how some rich and powerful people look down on those who are poor, who are black, or who work hard. All of these things make Whitman sad, and he does not say anything. He just watches and listens, taking it all in. His silence shows how big and hard it is to fix the world's problems. It is like he is saying, I see all this bad stuff, but what can one person like me do about it? Basically, this poem is Walt Whitman's way of making us think about how tough life can be and how important it is to notice and care about the struggles of others, even if we can't always fix them. Next poem is About My Poetry. We will see how the poet is using honeypot as metaphor in his poem. Nazim Hikmet is a renowned Turkish poet. He used the metaphor a honeypot in his poem About My Poetry to illustrate, to show the essence and the purpose of his poetry in simple language. In the poem, Hikmet compares his poetry to a honeypot, emphasizing its sweetness and richness. Just like honey, which is sweet and valuable, his poetry is meant to evoke emotions, bring joy, and nourish the soul of the reader. Furthermore, the honeypot metaphor suggests that Hikmat's poetry is a source of delight and pleasure, much like dipping into a pot of honey brings satisfaction. His words are intended to be savored and enjoyed, and offering a sense of fulfillment to those who engage with them. Moreover, just as honey has healing properties, Hikmat implies that his poetry has the power to heal and uplift the spirits of those who are troubled and in the need of comfort. Like a soothing balm, his words provide solace and consolation to the reader's heart. Additionally, the honeypot metaphor can also signify the abundance and richness of Hikmat's poetic expression. His verses are portrayed as overflowing with creativity and imagination, inviting readers to immerse themselves in the beauty and depth of his work. By likening his poetry to a honeypot, Nazim Hikmat conveys the idea that his poetic creations are a source of sweetness, nourishment, and healing for the human soul, inviting readers to indulge in the richness of his artistry. The next poem is Magic of Love by Helen Farries. In this poem, Helen Farries describes the wonderful impact of love in our lives. She describes love as a precious gift that brings us joy and comfort. It is like a blessing from above, making our hearts feel happy and content. Ferris compares love to stars in the sky and the warmth of sun, emphasizing its ability to brighten our days and keep our spirits high. Love isn't something we hoard, it is meant to be shared freely, knowing that it always comes back to us in beautiful ways. When love guides us, she suggests, life becomes more joyful and our problems seem easier to bear. Love is described as gentle and kind, offering us strength and hope even in difficult times. Through love, we can find answers to our prayers and we feel a sense of peace in our hearts. The poem ends with a heartfelt wish for love to all to all that remain in the heart of those who cherish it. Fairies encourages us to hold on to love dearly, promising that it will lead us to fulfill our dreams and find happiness. Overall, Magic of Love celebrates the transformative power of love, highlighting its ability to bring light, warmth, and peace in our lives. Thank you.